Breaking free from the vibration of blame and the Doomsday scroll. Elevating your psyche to a higher vibe. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to dive into this topic because it's something so many of us grapple with in our hyper-connected world. We're talking about what it means to be stuck in the vibration of blame, that heavy, draining energy where everything feels like someone else's fault, and how it intertwines with the politics of the Doomsday scroll. That endless feed of catastrophic news, divisive politics, and world-ending predictions that pulls us in like a black hole. We'll unpack what really is going on in your psyche when this happens, why it's so addictive, and most importantly, how to let it go so that you can level up your vibe and live a more peaceful, powerful life with purpose. Let's start by painting a picture. Imagine waking up, grabbing your phone, and scrolling through social media. Boom. Another headline about political corruption, economic collapse, or global disasters. Your heart races a bit, you feel that knot in your stomach, then without even realizing it, you start assigning blame. It's the government's fault. Those people on the other side are ruining everything. Or even, why didn't I see this coming? I'm such an idiot. That's the vibration of blame kicking in, amplified by the Doomsday scroll. It's not just casual browsing, it's a psychological trap that keeps us vibrating at a low frequency, where fear, anger, and helplessness dominate. What's really happening in the psyche? At its core, this is about how our brains are wired for survival in a modern world that's evolved faster than our instincts. Let's break it down psychologically. First, the Doomsday scroll taps into our negative bias. Evolutionarily, our ancestors survived by paying more attention to threats, like the lions in the bushes, not the pretty flowers. Today, algorithms on platforms like social media exploit this by feeding us alarming content because it keeps us engaged longer. Scrolling through political doom isn't just informative, it's addictive. Each swipe releases a hit of dopamine, but it's mixed with cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this creates a cycle. You seek out more negativity to stay informed, but it heightens anxiety, making the world feel like it's always on the brink. Now layer on the vibration of blame. Blame is a defense mechanism rooted in our ego's need to protect itself. When faced with overwhelming chaos, like endless political scandals or predictions of societal collapse, we externalize the discomfort. Psychologically, this is called projection or displacement. Instead of sitting with our own fears or uncertainties, we point fingers at politicians, at the system, at opposing ideologies, or even at ourselves in a self-sabotaging loop. It's a way to regain a false sense of control. If it's their fault, then I don't have to change anything about me. But here's the kicker. This combo creates a feedback loop in the psyche. The Doomsday content fuels fear, which triggers blame to cope, which then makes us crave more content to validate our blame. It's like emotional quicksand. Studies in psychology show that chronic exposure to negative news can lead to learned helplessness, where you feel powerless or even a victim trauma, where the world's pain becomes your own. Your vibe drops, energy feels stagnant, your relationships suffer because blame spills over into personal interactions, and creativity tanks because you're too busy reacting in survival mode. In spiritual terms, if that's your lens, this low vibration attracts more of the same. The law of attraction, folks, would say you're emitting a frequency of lack and division, pulling in experiences that confirm that. Neurologically, it's rewiring your brain. The amygdala, or the fear center, gets overactive, while the prefrontal cortex, the rational thinking part, takes the back seat. The toll it takes and why we need to level up. Staying here isn't just uncomfortable, it's limiting. It keeps you playing small, disconnected from your higher self or potential. You miss out on joy, innovation, and real connection because your energy is siphoned into outrage or guilt. Think about it. How many breakthroughs happen when you're scrolling in blame? 0. But when you elevate your vibe, that's where the magic unfolds. Better decisions, deeper relationships, and a sense of empowerment. how to let it go and level up your vibe. The good news is that you can break free. It's not about ignoring the world, it's about engaging from a place of strength. Here's a step-by-step guide to shift your psyche and raise that vibration. Number 1 is awareness. Awareness is the key. Tune into your triggers. Start by noticing when you're pulled in. Set a scroll check-in before opening the app and ask yourself, am I seeking information or distraction? Journal for a week. What blame thoughts arise? Who's the target? This mindfulness interrupts the autopilot. Psychologically, it's building metacognition, thinking about your thinking, which weakens the negative bias over time. Number 2, curate your input. Detox the Doomsday scroll. Take control of your feed. Unfollow accounts that thrive on fearmongering. Set time limits, maybe 20 minutes a day for news from balanced sources. Replace it with uplifting content, podcasts on personal growth, nature walks, or creative hobbies. This rewires your dopamine hits toward positivity. Remember, politics matter, but consuming it obsessively doesn't make you an activist. It makes you exhausted. Engage actively instead. Vote, volunteer, but from a centered place. Number 3, release blame through self-responsibility and compassion. Blame thrives on duality, us versus them. Counter it with ownership. Ask yourself, what can I control here? How can I contribute positively? This shifts you from a victim to creator mode. Practice forgiveness, meditations, visualize the blamed party, even if it's yourself, and send compassion. Psychologically, this activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress. Tools like EFT, emotional freedom techniques, or affirmations, I release blame and choose peace, can help reframe. Number 4, amplify high vibe practices. Build new neural pathways. To level up, flood your psyche with opposites. Gratitude journaling lists 3 things that you're thankful for daily. It counters negative bias. Movement. Exercise releases endorphins, elevating your literal vibration. Connect with community. Surround yourself with people who discuss solutions, not just problems. Meditation and breath work. Even 5 minutes a day calms the amygdala, making space for higher vibes like joy and abundance. Sustain the shift. Make it a lifestyle. Number 5. Track your progress. Notice how your energy changes. More clarity, better sleep. You've setbacks as teachers. If you slip back into blame during a heated political debate, pause, breathe, and redirect. Over time, this creates resilience. You're not just letting go, you're ascending to a vibe where challenges become opportunities. In closing, the vibration of blame and doomsday scrolling are illusions of control in a chaotic world. But your psyche is powerful. You can choose to rise above. Let it go and watch how it feels when you level up. More peace, more power, more you. Thank you for listening. Now go out there and vibe high. What's one step you'll take today? I'd love to hear in the comments.